Hey everyone, it's Jolene again, and I have my first TN flip through. I've posted the one with all the leathers, and I said that I would get through each one in time, and I'm doing the first one today. This is actually from Morning Mélange on Etsy, and it was from an oops sale. This was a pocket that was cut too tall. And as it turned out, that was perfect for me because I had bought, if you've seen my other videos, I dissect Leuchtturms in order to use in my A5 planner. And I found out that Leuchtturm sells an A6 size. But it's not an actual A6, it's quite narrow. It's only about 3.5 inches instead of nearly 4. Or just over 4. So it looks really silly in an A6 unless you wanted to really stack them up in there. So it worked out perfectly that this was a tall pocket size, because that's really what this ends up being, is a tall pocket. So as soon as I saw that this was a tall pocket, I purchased it immediately. And it's so cute. I love the orange leather and the green elastic. It's a nice finish on here. It wipes off good, and it's a nice soft leather. Hugs my inserts good, and I've still, as you can see, I've got room for more. So what I'm using this for is for my fountain pen and ink notebooks. I have a slight obsession with fountain pens and ink samples from gouletpens.com, so I thought that this would be a good way to catalog all those. So in this first notebook, and again, these are just the inserts from this little A-size Leuchtturm that I cut out the signatures and separated them, and then just used cardstock to cover them. My other 2 videos show how I do that. So I have 3 little notebooks in here right now, and then I'll add more as I need to. But one is for just fountain pens, how they write. And then I have one for inks. This is the fun one. All the pretty colors. I just write with the pen to start off with, and then I actually use the paintbrush for this part. I didn't like using a cotton swab because the cotton swab sucks up so much ink, and I felt like I was wasting it. So a paintbrush, I can at least use most of what's on there. So I started using a paintbrush. And I like to show the different shading effects that the inks have, because I really like shading inks. This is a great shading ink. This is actually one that I use most of the time. And then in the last one, I have just, first off, a list of all of the inks that I currently have. I've bought lots of samples. I love the fact that Goulet Pens has most, if not all, of their inks in available as a sample, so that you don't have to commit to a whole jar. Plus, I just like being able to switch up colors a lot. So being able to do that with a sample is nice, because then I don't have a whole jar to go through. So I just have a list of all of the inks that I currently have, so I don't double buy, because I've done that in the past. And then I just put a little check mark next to it once I have sampled it out in here. And then back in here somewhere, I have a list of inks and pens that I would like to purchase at some point. I saw a flash of it for a second. Where did it go? There it is. So these are just some pens and inks that I'd like to get and try. I just saw a video of this titanium nib yesterday, and I really want it. So that went on the list yesterday. But that's it for right now. And then as I fill up these ink notebooks, because obviously I hope I don't ever fill up a fountain pen notebook, because that would mean that I have way too many pens. But as I fill up these ink samples, I will add more notebooks because as you can see, I've got room to spare for now. So I'll keep adding so that they can all stay in here and I can just reference them when I need to. But I thought that was a super cute little notebook to do that with. So yeah, that is my first walkthrough for you. I keep them super simple. I'm not big on dashboards, and I'm going to have a whole separate video on why I don't like dashboards and what I do instead. But yeah, so there. I hope you liked it. Bye.